about the men, because I feel like oftentimes when we talk about African hair, it's relegated to discussions amongst women and men don't really factor in. But men often are the trendsetters that lead the way for styles and so many other things that women do. I remember when Allen Iverson came back in with these braids, these geometric braids, all of a sudden you started seeing everybody wear geometric braids, circular braids, all these different types of braids, and made it really popular not only with men but also with women and young girls. Mothers were figuring out different ways to style, you know, their children's hair, and all because, you know, men have oftentimes been some of the lead trendsetters out there in the world. I remember back in the 90s where, you know, everybody had fades and girls started chopping off their hair, similar to what's happening now. So I definitely wanted to highlight men. Sometimes when we think about men and hair, some of the discussion that may come up is, you know, men shouldn't care about hair because, you know, in this society it may seem like, you know, a man is homosexual or something like that, but that can be further from the truth. And I have to catch myself sometimes when I have to catch myself because I fall into that category. It's like, why do men care about hair? When I have a friend who has locks, and he's always talking about, oh, I'm catching you. Yeah, my hair gonna be really long. And I'm just like, why would he care that his hair is longer than mine? I mean, to me, that just that just does not seem like, you know, normal. Like, I don't understand why a man would want to not only have long hair but be concerned that his hair is longer than mine. So I have to really check myself and when I think that way, because that is a result of living in this Western society. When I made the video African Hair and its Significance, I did highlight so many aspects of African culture shown through hair, and across the board men are very much a part of hair culture. You see men doing other men's hair, you see cutting and long lengths of locks, and that being something that is very important in, you know, a particular culture. And so I feel like when we live in this sort of society that is very much restrictive and oppressive, that the mentality that we carry is just like that, you know, restrictive and oppressive. So I had to really, you know, catch myself, and now that when my friend says, you know, I'm catching you, I'm just like, okay. I just wanted to confess that these are some of the thoughts that I hold inside of me, and how I'm trying to really work through it, because African culture is vast and wide and all these things, and that we shouldn't try to compartmentalize, you know, what is innately African, where hair culture is not relegated just to women folk, that men get into it too, and it's not just haircuts, it's length, it's locks, it's braids, it's it's beads and barrettes and all these things, because we like to decorate ourselves. And so I just want to give it up to all the men who have led the way in progressing African hair and bringing African hair back, not only to men, but also inspiring so many people. Heads up to African men. I appreciate you.